Yes, we will commit the assembly into Oh, that one is finished already. Clerk. Clerk.
Consideration stage of the Gambia Tertiary Higher Education Trust Fund Bill 2024 by the Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology.
Thank you. Honorable members will recall that after the second reading stage, the bill automatically stood referred to the ABC and subsequently committed to the relevant committee for further scrutiny and report back their opinion thereon to the Assembly. Therefore, the bill is appointed today for the consideration stage in accordance with Order 72. During the consideration stage, members shall have the opportunity to give detailed consideration and scrutiny to every clause and schedule in the bill. This stage also provides the first opportunity for amendments to the bill to be debated and voted on. I will now therefore resolve the Assembly into Committee of the Whole Assembly to give consideration to the bill, that is, the Gambia Tertiary and Higher Education Trust Fund Bill 2024. The Assembly is now resolved into the Committee of the Whole Assembly. Honorable members, the Assembly will now go into the Committee of the Whole Assembly to consider the Gambia Tertiary and Higher Education Trust Fund Bill 2024 clause by clause, will be guided by Order 72 of the standing orders during the consideration stage. Class?
Clause 1, subtitle.
Committee chair will be led by the chair, and I guess they are already set for the challenge. Chair, please, you have something?
Yes, we recommend the subtitle for to be 2025.
Honorable members, the committee's recommendation is that the subtitle be changed to 2025. Is that okay? Yes. Like it is proposed that clause 1, subtitle stands part of the bill as amended. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clap.
Clause 2, interpretation.
Honorable members, it is proposed that clause 2, interpretation, stands part of the bill without amendment. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Part 2 is
Part 3.
Part 2, establishment of the Gambia Tertiary and Higher Education Trust Fund. Clause 3, establishment of the fund.
It is proposed that clause 3, establishment of the fund, stands part of the bill without amendment. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 4, object of the fund.
Yes, clause 4, object of the fund. Member for Woolly is? Do you have
Yes, Chair, I'm just reflecting on clause 4, 2B. 2B, which is saying it will contribute funds towards the operation of student loan schemes. So we already have a revolving loan scheme for students. So this one will be contributing to that as well. Is that what you mean?
Honorable Minister?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think this part should be deleted because there's this revolving loan scheme will address that part.
The part or that clause? So
Yes.
the whole part?
No, the loan scheme component was secondary training to loan scheme. Which is yes, the whole part of B.
Yeah, because if you look at even on 4.1, it says the object of the fund is to provide finance to support the provision of post-secondary education for the benefit of Gambian people and institutions as stated in Schedule 1. Is almost more, it's still dealing with, yes. So A also, then 2, for the purpose of attaining this objective, the fund shall provide financial assistance, okay, to agencies and institutions under the ministry, all right. But look at 1.
Yes, it's okay also.
What is in Schedule 1? Yes, Chair, please go ahead.
Yes, Schedule 1 is a list of institutions that would benefit, because if that's on page 15, you will have University of the Gambia, University of Applied Science, Technology, Gambia College, Tourism, and even up to number 9, where it says all other public and tertiary. Now, the objective of the fund is to supplement these institutions. But not only that, but it has a potential also to support the fund that we're going to create maybe sometime next week for the student revolving loan. So this is a fund that's going to supplement government's effort in all the tertiary institutions we have, plus the public schools that are defined here. So I think
So it's only B that should go out.
No, B is okay, but it's up to the minister. If the minister thinks that the funds will not supplement the student loan, is fine. We can remove it.
No, don't say B is okay. The member for Woolly is raise B because it talks about talking about loan scheme, and according to him, we just passed the Student Loan Scheme Act. So, and the minister is
No, not yet. Not yet. We didn't pass it yet.
non.
We just did
Okay,
the report.
you've already done with the consideration
Yeah,
stage.
no, the report, we are yet to do the consideration stage for the student loan. Yeah. Chair.
Yes, there is this student loan scheme, whatever bill.
Yeah.
So it's the member for Woolly is of the opinion that it's better suited in that bill than here, and the minister is proposing for it to be deleted. B.
Yes. For me, if the minister says that we can remove it, we are fine with it. We can remove it. It's okay. Yes. So we can remove B. Yes, it's fine.
Now B, honorable members, so B should be deleted. But one, can you go back to 4.1? The object of the fund, 4.1. The object of the fund is to provide finance to supplement the provision of post-secondary education for the benefit of Gambian people. For the benefits of Gambia. Maybe we remove the people. Huh? For the benefits of Gambians, and we delete the people.
Yeah,
Minister,
Mr. Speaker, the objective is our institutions.
are you on these Gambian people?
Yes.
The people, the Gambian people?
Yeah, that's what I want to explain. Maybe we can clarify. The objective is...
It's an odd form of drafting. You better behave. Yes, please.
I'm saying our universities, we are having different nationalities and so on and so forth. So, and like our scholarships, it is restricted to Gambians. So if we do not put it there, then it means that we can give it to other stuff. Maybe we can qualify it as citizens.
No, what? No. What we are saying, the Gambian is excellent there. But to remove the word people, Gambian people. When you say Gambians, you mean citizens of the Gambia.
Yes, that's the idea.
So because of just to tidy the draft, it's a form of drafting issue. So you remove the people. When you say Gambians, you are referring to Gambian citizens. When you say Gambian people, the people doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any. If you want, you can put Gambian.
Now, Chair. In summary, we can
Put up your mic. You cannot just put on your mic and start talking. Yes, Lord Salom.
Yes, I partly agree with you. Because if you call Gambians people, means people who are residing in Gambia. But if you use citizens, or no, let's choose, the Constitution says citizens, recognized citizens. You put citizens there.
Prime Minister, the benefit of the citizens of the Gambia, or Gambians, the benefit of Gambians and institutions as stated in 71. Full stop.
Chair.
Yeah, I'll come to Minister first.
We can say for the benefit of
Put your
Gambia,
mic there, put off your mic.
for the benefit of Gambian citizens and institutions as stated. Yeah. You're saying Gambian citizens. Gambian citizen.
Yes, Bintankaranai, then Wuli is.
Yes, Chair, sometimes we waste time unnecessarily in this kind of issues. We can put there citizens, and that is understood by all, and we have progress. We move ahead. Simple.
Yeah.
Member for Wuli is.
I have a problem because if you put it in that way, You know, you have, for example, in the constitution, you have people who are born in the Gambia. They are, if you are born in the Gambia and you are not born of a Gambian parent, you are not a citizen. But if you are born in the Gambia, you go through the Gambian schooling, you went up to high school and all this, and you are living here, then, you are not considered a Gambian. So you are not going to help those people. They will not benefit from.
Yeah, the objective is for, Mr. Speaker, can I have the floor? The objective is to support Gambian citizens. So whoever has that title can benefit from that. Now, those who are the ones you are referring to, technically they are not Gambians. Yes, so technically they are not Gambians, and the funds, it's like our scholarships currently. We do have people who come and want to be given the scholarship, but the law doesn't allow us. So that's the issue. Yeah.
Sanementring.
I think I'll agree. I can't agree more with Honorable Willie East, because we can either put it this way, like education for the benefit of citizens of the Gambia and institutions as stated in Schedule 1.
Same.
Thank you, Chair. I think we are wasting more time on this. The moment you say Gambian, definitely either you put citizens or not, you are referring to Gambian people. It suffices. The moment you say Gambian, you are just referring to people who are born in the Gambia. No.
Okay, I agree with the member for Same. That's why we at initial suggested that Gambians, but now we can now say for the benefits of citizens of the Gambia and institutions as stated in Schedule 1. Is that okay for everybody?
Yeah, that's from you.
That's why I say, is that okay with you?
It's not okay with us. We say Gambian citizen. That's what we said. You want to change it? Everybody agree Gambian citizen. Yes. Gambian citizen.
Wow. Chair. No, you are not correct. No, you are out of order. What do you want us to do? Gambians or citizens of the Gambia? Huh? Gambian citizens. All right, the drafters will couch it nicely. We are a Gambian citizen or citizens of the Gambia. And then we are deleting B. It is proposed that clause 4, object of the fund as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 5, sources of monies for the fund.
It is proposed that clause 5, sources of monies, if the clerk reads and you have something, Chair,
yes,
just put on your mic and let me know, let us know that you have something.
All right. We have
Thank you so very much.
on clause. What's the problem? On clause 5, on A, we are replacing A to read 30% of the education level, funded from the education level. And we couldn't agree on the touching of the VAT. So we would like it to change to reflect 30% to be funded from the education levy. However, we want to, we carve it. And then on B, it says an amount of money is equivalent to 10% of the petroleum levy. We are saying that instead of 10%, we take 5%. And then C, which talks about the gateway that's deleted completely.
That is A, you are proposing 30%.
Yes, from the education levy.
From not less than 10% to 30%, because it might be more appropriate to leave as it is not less than 10%. Depending on the economic situation of the Gambia, it can be 30, it can be 40, it can be 50. as the minister may, but if you want to put exactly 30%, and then if it is, I don't know.
The source is not the same. A is talking about a source from the VAT, but that source we will remove it completely and replace the source with the education levy. And now coming up with 30% of the education levy.
So are you, because in your recommendation, because what you have on your recommendation is, I'll come to you. The committee proposes that clause 5A stands part of the bill with the following amendments. To now be that 30% be funded from the education levy. And then in the bill, A is an amount of funds which is not less than 10% out of the prevailing rate of the value added tax to be paid by the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs in consultation with the Gambia Revenue Authority to the fund as the National Assembly may determine. Are you deleting A and bringing in a new A or not?
Exactly.
But that is not in your report.
Our report is inferred. The report is inferred. We are not touching the VAT, but we are bringing a new source. That way we keep saying we are bringing a new source, and the new source is education levy.
Kiang West.
Honorable Chair, yes, Honorable Chair, I want us to carefully look at their proposal. That is 30% of the education levy and 5% of the petroleum levy. And these two levies together may constitute a very high amount. Even 1% at some point may constitute a very high amount. Let us not look at 5%, but 5% of petroleum levy may constitute a very high amount, and that of 30%. Cumulatively, when you join that together, and the money is appropriated to it by the parliament. So let's look at it. Before we put that in the legislation, that would compel us to do, and which tells us we need to commit that to it. And that is a high amount when we have national priority areas where we could commit those funds to.
No, please, honorable members, you cannot dismiss his opinion. If you have opinion, bring yours. Now, honorable member for Kiang West, not only that, when you look at this education levy, or whatever levy, I don't know where the levies are coming from. You must know where the levies are coming from, what government commitment towards those levies. Maybe, I'm not sure if you have consulted with the Ministry of Finance. Whether they have... Sanementreng?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I would like the committee chairperson to just put it clear to the members. Why are they moving from the VAT now to the education levy? Because we want to be clear of the reason doing that. And then also the 10% of the petroleum levy. You know, instead of 10%, you're now bringing it down to 5%. Why are you doing this? Because we need to know first. Thank you.
Nyanija, then Joswang,
Yes,
Opafula do West Saul, and then to
Honorable Chair, thank you very
the
much.
committee. Committee, please, Chair. Are you noting down? Okay.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I don't know, I was going through their report, and then I am a bit worried
looking at the different sources of fund identified for the fund, we should be very careful here. We don't want to pass a law here, whereas tomorrow, to realize these different levies and funds, it's going to be a problem because, as I keep saying, we have experience of this. So I know there is an education levy, 30%. If that is okay with the National Assembly, that's fine. But if you go to B, an amount of money is equivalent to 10% of the petroleum levy. Already there are a lot of levies, or there are a lot of institutions
benefiting from the petroleum levy.
This petroleum levy is earmarked percentage. So I don't know what is your position as far as what was the position of the Ministry of Finance. And again, if you go to Gateway, it's another problem. And that one, okay, no problem, as per your reports. And then as far as
member for Kiang Kansala.
If you go to
Kansala,
they said D, according to their recommendation, C is deleted. So now if you go to D for by the National Assembly, that is fine. But again, if you go back to B, they said amount equivalent to 10% determined by the National Assembly. I am not comfortable with those things, honestly. It's not our...
No, I think when you, Honorable Member for Nyanija, when you look at B, I'm not sure if it's the National Assembly that determines the sharing of levies. I don't think I don't know. No, that is not in order. And I said, goes one, then.
Yes. Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I think my question is going to be to them, because when it comes to the education levy, yes. Oh, they're muy busy for them. Gang, what is I want to do them.
Yes, member for Joshua.
Okay, thank you. With regards to the education levy, I think I want them to help me here, whether they were able to have a consultation with the authorities that are concerned, because it is about education. And it also, this funds that they are trying to take, 30% of those funds to bring it in under this act. Did they make any consultation to know how the distribution it was done, how much is given to who, and how much is given to the other party? That one I want to need to know. The other one is about the levy on the petroleum levy, the 5%. I think, yes, 5% is a big amount, because we know the current burden on the fuel levy. There are many people that are enjoying this fuel levy. Those some were even enjoying $3, now been used to 1.5. That was NRA, which is very key. So did they make any consideration to know how much is remaining and how those distributions are going on? Thank you.
We will now we'll travel to Jara West and then Wool East.
But Chair, maybe when I clarify, maybe some of the questions will not even be asked.
Yes, Chair. I'm giving the floor. Let me just come. Let me help you after you come. Let me help you after I give you come. Yes, I want to help you. Yes, when the committee laid their report, the committee chair responded, they have found out the education levy is close to, I think, 1 billion. So that's why they go for 30% of that. And if you come to B, for the petroleum levy, from the bill it was 10%, but the committee bring it down to 5%. So the committee can justify and tell us how they came to those percentages. Thank you.
Okay, Chair. You're trying to help me. Okay. Okay, Chair, let's get this clear. During the consultation, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Finance was there. And he was very clear on A, that we should not touch the VAT at all. That's what he said. Then we recommended the education levy. Currently, the education levy averages 40 to 60 million for the past 4 or 5 years. 70% of that money is given to NACA. The remaining 30% goes back to the Consular Revenue Fund. So what we are saying is, instead of taking that money, taking it back to the Consular Revenue Fund, can we take that 30% remaining to give it to this fund? Number two.
Now let me ask you a question, Chair.
Yes.
Chair, you were clearly told that by finance, because on A, he said no. But on B, you didn't tell us his
No,
position.
no, I'm coming. You are jumping the
No,
gun.
no, wait. Don't come.
I didn't go to B yet.
No, wait. No, don't go there.
Okay.
Yet. Now, on the 30%, you said you are told that 70% is for NACA.
We know that.
Yes. And 30% is to the consolidated fund,
Yes.
which have already been budgeted in the national budget.
No. Yes, you can say, yeah.
And now that 30%, you want to remove from the consolidated fund.
Chair, all this money you are saying, this levies is all part of the budget. No, I mean, it's the same thing. It's part of the budget. Exactly. So then what's the question? Now, on B,
Then the questions of members, that 30% must have been provided to other institutions. Have you contacted finance for them? What was their position on that 30%? That's what members want to know.
No, maybe you are missing the point. You see, any levy, all monies goes to the council revenue fund. Now, the levy we are talking about here, which is the petroleum levy, which I wanted to explain, we've asked the PS, he said on average, it is about 1 billion.
1 billion?
Yes, on the petroleum levy. So this bill, the clause, we went through cabinet, they said about 10%. What the committee recommends is to reduce that 10% to 5%, and that may be equivalent to 50 million if the amount remains steady. So this petroleum levy didn't come from the committee. This is actually on the bill. But the bill, they recommended 10%, but the committee says that is too high, knowing that Parliament will also be appropriated for them. So we said, let's reduce it to 5%, plus the other 30%, and then what Parliament is going to give them. So that's all we are saying. So, exactly. So there's no issue here. So if you think that the 5% is still high, that's up to us now to decide to reduce that 5%.
Member for Serekunda.
Okay, thank you very much. The danger here is when you attach a percentage. Today it can be 1 million, but tomorrow it can be 1 billion. That would be the danger. And or yeah, of course, yes. If it's what if we have a potential of collecting 1 billion on education levy, and you have already attached a percentage.
For now, the education levy for the
so
past.
what I think we can do now is to sell
Chair,
this for later.
please put off your mic and note down.
Thank you.
When you want to come, you request the.
Thank you.
Willis, then we'll go to the minister.
Chair, we are very concerned, even though we all uploaded the bill, but when it comes to this area, it's a very concerning page. I was thinking that putting 5%, 30%, because they are saying all the 30% is going back to, the 30% is going back to consolidated fund, and they want to remove all the 30% and bring it here. So I was thinking that instead of taking all the 30%, we should make it 10%. So that even if it is increased, it will still be balanced. But if we take everything, it may not serve the purpose. So on that area, that's what I was thinking, we reduce it to 10% for a compromise. Because you see what we are expecting, Chair, if we go to E, we are expecting a lot of, from their collaboration, we expect them to get a lot of funds from E, which will complement the rest. So at least.
Honorable Minister, please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Two things. One, regarding the education levy. The purpose of the education levy is to address education matters, not anything else. Number one. Number two, out of that levy, currently, it's only 75% that goes to education. And it goes to NACA. NACA does not receive subvention. They receive that levy to run all their activities. Now, there's another balance that's of 25%. That is meant for education, that could have gone for education or for NACA or some of our Tibet activities. That is not going there. So this all put in the consolidated fund. So what the submission here is now that money that was meant for education to remain serving the purpose it was meant for. That's number one. Number two, this bill is to really come, Tertiary and Higher Education Trust Fund, TED Fund, is purposely to come and support the universities, colleges, institutes, and TVET centers for their infrastructural development. But it's very competitive. This is, and then also the laboratories. Take, for instance, TVET. Take those who are doing engineering. One machine. We went to UTG, the biology department. We gave them a lot of new equipment. But one of the lecturers was asking for a particular machine. Just one machine is more than their entire budget. We told them we cannot provide that. It already is, that's too much. But just to tell you how expensive it is. So what happens in Nigeria, in Ghana, all the universities, colleges, and so on, they will have to come up with their proposal. Sit down and do, because this one is different from the subvention. This one is competitive. You sit down and you write proposals. Then now it is sent to that committee of experts who will now look at your submission and see that this is really good for the country, is justified. Then now it is given to you now to build your laboratories, to buy your laboratory, to build your structures. Maybe you needed a classroom, an auditorium, you needed also some equipment. It comes from that. So the TED fund is meant for that. The only thing government will get out of it is once it is inaugurated, it is clearly labeled TED fund. It means that this came from that. That's what is currently happening in Nigeria, is currently happening in Ghana. And we are using that model as it. And Honorable Speaker, for a long time, we've been suffering from this. And that's the reason why it is affecting quality. During the budget session, we struggled. You notice that we were, on the development budget, we were having zero. And because that's from there that you will now buy laboratory equipment. From there, you will now help them to construct something. Without that, there's nothing you can do. And this is what Nigeria and Ghana are doing. The Senegal last year, just for, I'm not talking about all the other, just the research component, is more than our entire budget for of MOHAS, just their research component. Yes, they are different from us. We are not using, but we feel that these structures are very, very relevant if we want to have quality in our education. And especially the education levy that should serve the purpose it was meant for.
Now, Honorable Minister, Honorable Members, we had the Minister. The committee, as we are told, 70% goes to NACA and 30% is the Consolidated Revenue Fund. But the Minister now is telling us NACA is 75%. 25%, meaning that even the exact figures we don't know. Therefore, we don't even know whether there are other institutions that are benefiting from the fund. However, the minister have told us that it is meant for only education. But that Minister, you want to say something?
Yes. We have the figures. Some 2 years ago, the maximum NACA receives from that levy is 30-something million. This past year is 46 million. So that 75% represents 46 million for NACA. So now the other one that should have been used it was later that we were told that it was now kept at in the consolidated fund, but it is not now given out. But it was meant for that. So normally we would have used that for our TVET activities. But then it was not, we did not know at the end of the day. It was later when making efforts, that's the time now this thing came up, because we have all the data. And then now presented before finance, then that's the time now we notice that that fund was not going anywhere else than being kept in the consolidated fund.
Please, member for Central Badibu, then Latikunda.
After hearing from different interventions, it should be borne in mind that the higher education is on the transition, and the goal of higher education is to expand, and they have done it. And that expansion cannot go without a cost. At the end of the day, if these funds are not available, it's just like white elephant. So therefore, it's good that we have it in our laws. This 5% that the committee recommends, I'm appealing to the whole house, we go by that. So that at the end of the day, they can be able to access these funds. Because once it's not legalized, we don't have it in our laws, it will be difficult at the end of the day. So let's try and accept the submission by the chair and the minister. We move on.
It's 5% and 30%.
Minister is saying it's very clear. Minister said what they have achieved, that was almost 75%.
No.
What they have access. He was telling you about what they have access. But let's look at this thing. This is the real objective.
It's all right. Yeah, thank you.
Please, let us not play with this.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Minister, you've laid the foundation of how this fund will be utilized. That is essential financial services to the universities and polytechnics we don't have in this country. But my question now is, if the money is provided to them and they embark on research, and that research, as UTGs do right now, the research do also give fund to the university. That when the trust fund provided them with money to do this research, and they were able to generate money out of that research, is that research money going back to this trust fund, or that will remain with the university or the particular colleague doing that particular research?
Honorable Speaker, can I take the floor? Thank you very much. This one is not for research. I just mentioned the example of Senegal regarding their research funds that they have for their equipment, because they bought equipment for their research infrastructure. So that's what I'm saying. I gave that example to say just their research component alone was more than the entire MOAS budget. That's what I'm saying for Senegal. So, and for the funds that we mentioned, we are saying that it's just serving. That's what is used for NACA for the operation of NACA. So that's what because NACA does not receive anything from MOAS, and they don't receive anything from finance apart from this equivalent of 75% of the levy. And I said this year it's 46 million. So which means that's what they will use throughout the year. They will not receive anything else. So now there's a balance that should have come to us, which was never given to us, and we never knew. Because all along, we thought that 100% was given to MOAS. Because we were told that the education levy was what was funding, was given to NACA, because that was our thought, that the education levy was what was used to fund NACA. It was later that we realized that that was not the case. It's only 75% of that, which was 30-something. Now it is 46 million. So now that balance, we are saying now should serve the purpose it was meant for. And then now what we are saying is, in our books, we don't have funds now to support the universities and the colleges for their laboratory equipment that they want to buy to construct some classrooms, to construct some labs, and so on and so forth, to buy some equipment. We don't have those funds. And all the universities in our neighboring countries, they have those systems. So, and that's why I talked about using Ghana and Nigeria as examples. They have exactly this. And this model is taking exactly, trying to adapt the Ghanaian model from our context here to be able to now support these universities. And if you take, for instance, I just want to give you agriculture. Just for it, UTG now is 25 years of existence. 25 years of existence, there's no lab for agriculture. It's just through the Farababanta component. That's why when now they're going to have at least 14 labs. As if you are doing agriculture and environmental sciences, you don't need to do lab. The water, you need to test the water. How can you go back and now work for the Ministry of Water Resources, Fisheries and Water Resources, work for NAWEC? You graduate with your degree, but you've never been in a lab. You've never been tested because you've never been given the opportunity. You know, so that's it. It cannot be theoretical.
Yeah, Minister, thank you. Chair?
You know, it's a very simple situation. Based on our analysis, we realized, in fact, with the ministry, that NACA was not getting 100% of this fund, which is meant for MOHAS. When we realized that, we checked for the past few years and realized that actually, in fact, they're getting 70 to 75% of the funds. So what we are saying is, the remaining balance, which was meant for MOHAS, let's give it to this fund. That's all we are saying. I'm not saying, I'm not sure what actually is the issue. That's all we are saying. That's it.
In as much as we want to do good, we are very mindful of not doing more damage than good. That is why we attack. Okay, it doesn't work like that, Chair. That 30% that you are saying, it's also allocated to somewhere else, isn't it? Yes, it doesn't stay like that. So it's meant for something else. But what is evident is that it seems like you haven't done a proper scrutiny on this particular provision. That is why, you know, you cannot still convince us here. Yeah. But listen to me. There are many people here around. You cannot convince. Yes, you cannot convince us. You cannot just attack. Because the petroleum, you are talking of petroleum levy, 10% of the petroleum levy. Like, as I told you.
Education is very expensive.
You cannot just put it to vote, Slim.
Can we vote, please? Let's vote. Order, order.
We are trying to help you here to find a way out. Chair, I'm not ready, but what we are doing is, you put it to a vote today, it may haunt you tomorrow. Yes. So this one, we have to do it in consultation with the finance minister so that we can know. Look at the petroleum levy. The petroleum, how much is going to the National Roads Authority?
Serekunda, member for Serekunda, order.
No, Chair.
Chair. Order, please.
Yes, Chair.
Order. Member for Central Body, you are a senior member of this House.
All right, please.
Order.
Stop telling people shut up. It's unparliamentary. It's unparliamentary.
You know, order, please.
Chair, can you control the floor?
Order, please. Order.
To entertain the outside media.
But Chair, can you control the floor so that we can move?
Order. You see, honorable members, please order. You know, there are members, member for Serekunda, now is enough, please. You see, Fonye Councillor, you are always disrupting proceedings. Fonye Councillor, let me address you first before I. Okay, Central Badibu, you are among the senior members here, but you are one of the members who disrupt this parliament almost on a daily basis. When you are speaking, you want people to listen to you. If others are on the floor, allow them to express their opinion. No, I gave him the floor. Honorable member for Central Badibu, I'm on the floor. Allow me to speak. You must be tolerant. No, you are not. Allow proceeding to continue with decorum. No, you are always talking.
Honorable Speaker.
Don't use your mic.
No, please, let's proceed. I'm a woman. I have to go and cook food for my family. I've just observed that there is no woman in the chamber.
What you are doing is disrespectful.
Proceed. If you want us to proceed, let's proceed. If you don't want, you are doing the session.
Chair, please, you are wasting time.
Honorable Member Same,
you are wasting time.
Honorable members, I want members to behave honorable enough. You cannot behave like this. As honorable members, you cannot behave like this. You cannot just use your mic and start saying whatever you want. This place is regulated. What you are doing, you are out of order, member for Sami. Don't do that. Members should not behave like that. Members cannot behave like that.
Please, let's progress. We want to progress.
I don't like that. You cannot be putting on your mic and you're making unnecessary instruction. You must be quiet, member for Sami, please. You know when you want to speak, you know what to do. Simon, don't do that again. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, I don't appreciate that. Don't do that. Yes. Yes. I want members to behave parliamentarily. Please, you cannot do that. You have to behave when you're in the chambers. Yes, member for Kiang West.
Yes. Honorable Chair, thank you very much for giving me the floor. I'm trying to look at these various levies that the committee is proposing and the minister. As per our budget 2025, the fuel levy altogether was 861 million. 861 million. That's fuel levy as per the budget 2025. So it's
honorable member. You see, we just addressed here, we want to progress. Members must behave. If a member is on the floor, allow him to speak. Don't be asking him unnecessary questions as if you are in a bantaba. And the member on floor, ignore them. If you know they are just misbehaving, just forget about them. Thank you.
So that fuel levy is 861,793,000 is 5% of that is what the budget of such is what the budget is requesting. And the education levy is 770, that one is 73,935,000. So it's 30% of that is what they are requesting. So I think for now, the way the status quo is, that's not much. So with those facts, we may allow their proposal. That is my position.
Now, Chair, let's deal with one by one. On A, you are proposing to delete A, right? And replace it with
the education levy.
Now the education levy, there are two figures.
That's 25%. We go with 25%.
All right, please go ahead. Can you now tell us the recommendation of your committee on A?
The recommendation is to take 25% from the education levy. Yeah, for 25% of the education levy for the fund. So
Honorable
they can
members,
draft it whatever they want to do.
Honorable members, the proposal from the committee is to allocate 25% out of the education levy to this fund. Are you in agreement? Honorable members, are you in agreement? Okay. Now, honorable members, the drafters will draft or will redraft that, probably to state that an amount of 25% from the education levy. Okay, member for Wuli, no member for Latrikunda Sabiji.
Yes, source of funding, I want also increase and also include paragraph G. That will include the research conducted by higher education, because professor said the Nigerian and Ghanaian model, but there are other models too.
Honorable.
That the trust fund.
Honorable.
Yes.
Let's deal with one after the other first. When we finish with A.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So on B, now we move to B.
Yes, on B.
Yes, Chair.
I want to make this very clear. B says an amount of money equivalent to 10% from the petroleum levy. This did not come from the committee. This came from the executive. But having consulted with the Minister of Finance to know the actual amount of the levy, they told us it's about 1 billion for last year. And like Honorable Caesar Kiangwe said, for 2025, it's projected to be almost 890-something million. So what we are saying is the amount may be very high. So the committee said instead of taking 10%, let's take 5%. That's all we are saying.
Honorable members, on B, instead of 10%, the committee is recommending. Any other issue? So now we go to like, okay, on which? Nyanija, on which one?
Yes, on B, before you move on.
Okay.
Honorable Chair, both chairs, Chair of the committee, and why National Assembly, determined by the National Assembly? I'm not comfortable by that. Yes.
It should be to be determined by the Minister responsible for finance. Why not, Chair? You said to be determined by the Minister responsible for finance.
That's fine. In fact, that's fine. We can change it.
That's right. Can you please note that? Is that okay? Now we'll go to the member for Latrikunda Sabiji. He is proposing, I don't know, a new what?
We have a paragraph G, FG. From F you go to G, source of funding. To also come from research, because we are doing the law to be sustainable in the future. Now, we are going to support these higher education institutions as alluded by the professor. Later, they will carry on research. And some of this research can be very valuable research. We don't know, in the next 30, 40 years, a Gambian learning in this institution can invent something that will be of an international value. So therefore, what those research that these funds support to be conducted in these universities, and those research generate funds, why not those research also enable the fund to give some money to the trust fund?
Chair.
In fact, the member is right. We in fact thought about that. But during the consultations, we were told that you would like to attract people to come. And the moment you start putting some barriers like charging them on that thing, that could be a deterrent. But the position of the committee at the time was we should be able to charge them so they can augment the fund. But we are told that since we are just starting, putting those things could be barriers for people to come. So that's why we didn't actually go with it.
So member for Latrikunda Sabiji, having listened from him, are you willing to withdraw? You're withdrawing?
Because we mandated the committee to do a wide and extensive consultation, and they said this came during their consultation, but they were advised contrary, therefore I withdraw.
It is proposed that clause 5, source of monies for the fund, as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye.
Chair, hear us.
Oh, okay, C. Now, yes, a member for Woolies. Woolies.
When we come to C, we have the same problem like we had in B, as determined by the National Assembly.
So, member for Woolies.
Yes, I'm saying.
No, the committee is telling us they are recommending C to be deleted.
Yes, do we accept it to be deleted? Now, I'm just saying, before you just jump, have we accepted? Have we accepted? Have we accepted?
Yes. We already adopted the report. In the report, it was very clear, and we adopted said yes. And I have not had anybody that actually says no to this particular one, unless if you want to come now. No, I understand, but you can come now if you don't want to accept. You don't accept.
Yes. Now, Central.
Yes,
Central Party.
Chair, I think if anybody has anything that you want to either to maintain or to add there, you can come up with your suggestion. But the committee said they want it to be deleted. So if anybody has issues, if you want it to be maintained, come out with your reasons why you want it to be maintained. We debate on it.
Member for Kiang West.
Honorable Chair, you wait when I'm done before you intervene. Honorable Chair, Honorable Member for Latrikunda Sabiji has withdrawn, but putting his suggestion in the law does not mean they have to start charging now. But to have it in the legislation to foresee for the future, it's important. They don't have to necessarily start charging. Tony, wait before you start doing it. Tony, look at this. Honorable Chair, you better talk to Tony.
The minister can come with a regulation to charge if they want to.
Yes, they can let them put it as regulation.
Yeah, they can.
But if you have it in the bill, which means in the future, it is possible for one to do it.
Order, honorable members.
Honorable Chair, talk to Tony not to discourage us. When we are submitting, he will do like this and start. That's. Okay, I withdraw.
Yeah, honorable member, we have our staffs. They are our technical aides and assistants and advisors. So it may not be appropriate to be calling them on record to say, I'm advised by X or Mr. or this. So.
That's withdrawn. That's not my intention. But I was definitely discouraged when I started him doing like this before I finished my submission.
Okay, thank you. Now, honorable members, I'll come to Minister. On 1A, the drafters, what has been recommended now, you know how to couch it, better suit your language, your drafting style, that 25% of the education levy to be either allocated or appropriated or accrued or whatever language you may use, but 25% of from the education levy, 25%. Not less than or than, no, just 25%. And then, Honorable Minister, sir, on C, it has been deleted. I don't want us members to debate on it. They have recommended, unless if you want a counter recommendation. So then we can vote on that one. But if there is no counter recommendation, I don't want us to go on because they've told us that the chair told us earlier they were advised by stakeholders not to go there because we know that one there are a lot of institutions that are benefiting from that levy. Honorable Minister, please go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, thank you. Regarding suggestion on the funds generated through research, I would want to submit we shelve it for now because there are instruments being developed currently, and one of them will be National Research Act.
In fact, Minister, in fact, the one that raised the fees, he withdrew.
Just give you additional info, okay. And currently there are some documents waiting for maybe next week cabinet's approval, and then there are other instruments that are, one will come to the National Assembly. That's the National Research Bill. Yeah.
And then on A, you are not drafters, you are not adding, as the National Assembly may determine, as the Minister of Finance, responsible for finance, may time to time determine. Yeah, okay? On A, 25%. You know, you have, different from that. All right. Honorable members, is that all for 4, 5? Member for Woolly East, use your mic.
Look at E and F. E and F. I think if you say grant donations, gifts, and other voluntary contributions to the fund, provided that such voluntary contributions are not inconsistent with law or the object of the fund, full stop. Because if you look at the F, what's the difference between F and E? I cannot see the difference. So I don't think there is any need for F. For me, I don't see the difference.
Yes, Chair.
Now, honorable member for Woolly East and members, when you look at E, it states grants, donations, gift, and other voluntary contribution to the fund. Grant, donation, gift, and voluntary contribution. While F, other funds that are not from grant, from donation, gift, or contribution. Other funds or property that may become lawfully payable and vested in the board. Huh? Yes, for example, if you owe the funds or they are sued or sued someone to court, and then at the end the court attach a property or so to be sold, that is different from gift or donation.
Chair, Chair.
Chair, yes, please go ahead after the.
No, what I'm saying is like I think F should be okay, because F should be okay. I said F should be okay. Are you listening?
Yes, yes.
I said F should be okay.
Yes, I think.
Because you can.
I think the member for Wool is now agrees
He
that.
agrees. Okay.
F, are you okay with it now? Use your mic. Yeah, he's okay now. Honorable members, it is proposed that clause 5 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Remember, see, yeah.
Clause 6. Bank account for the fund.
Honorable members, it is proposed that clause 6, bank account for the fund, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Part 3. Board of Trustees and Management of the Fund.
Part 3.
Clause 7. Appointment of Board of Trustees of the Fund.
7 to 15, no amendment.
Clause 7. Member for Serekunda. Appointment of Board of Trustees of the Fund.
Thank you very much. We have to be realistic here, knowing how overwhelmed these permanent secretaries are. So we can instead use senior officials of the ministry, because we know that they will always delegate. They are in so many boards. Yeah.
Please order, member for Kantora and Majority Leader. Come to you, committee.
We just made a decision on this morning that the permanent secretaries are the vote control. Okay, you was not here. Yeah, so they are in position. Once they are called upon, if they cannot do, they can always delegate anybody. But they are in better position to represent the ministry at the board level. Thank you.
But knowing that in most cases they delegate,
No,
why
it's
not
not,
we
it's not,
put
it's not
those
most
that
cases
they
delegate. It's not most cases they delegate.
Honorable members, Majority Leader and Serekunda, if you want to speak, request for the mic. Committee? Councillor, yes.
Honorable Chair, I think this was what had also delayed our last bill, almost 15 to 20 minutes. Our proposal was rejected, so we are now married with the condition of the current status of this proposal. Permanent secretaries, we agree. Let's go, let's move. If we don't, we vote.
It is proposed that, yeah, Willis?
If you look at IJ, which is saying Chief Executive Officer of the National Accreditation and Quality Assurance, is part of the trustees. I thought the NACA is the one overseeing, is playing oversight over higher education. So if they are part of their board, would that not create some contradiction?
Chair?
Yes, they play oversight, and in fact, that gives NACA a very good position to understand the financial needs of these institutions. And that's the reason why we know it's very important for them to be there, because they'll be able to say, you know what, this institution or that institution is in financial distress, and then they'll be able to tell to the trust to the board, to help them.
Not higher education.
Not higher education, yeah.
Now, Chair, what's the meaning of NACA? I know.
National Accreditation and Quality Assurance Authority.
They to accredit
Yes.
based on quality
Yes.
assurance and
Yes.
standard based on standards.
Exactly.
To set standards.
Exactly.
And this thing is about what you said. They should be
About
able to know funds.
Yes.
To know which institutions will be funded or not.
In fact, as part of their mandate also, when they go to institutions, they don't only look at the quality, but they also check your financial standing. Because people pay fees to go to school. So they have to ensure that those monies that are being paid is in line with the quality that you are providing to those students of this country. So for them, they are in a very good position actually to know the financial standing of every institution that they have licensed to operate in this country.
Now, they are the oversight body of all these institutions. Tertiary. They are what?
It's a regulating body.
For quality assurance?
Yes.
Now you want them to be part of the trustee body?
This is a fund that manages about education. So if they propose, let's hear from the minister. If the minister said they don't need to be there, we go. Anyway, that's what the committee thought.
Yeah, no, it's in the bill, but I'm not sure if there could be both the judge and the jury. I'm not sure.
No.
No. I said if you want to speak, request the mic.
Yes.
Yes, Chair.
Chair, there is no conflict here. If you look at their mandate in the NACA Act of 2021, it's very clear from the beginning of the application, they process everything. But at the same time, they also know the financial standing of every tertiary education in this country. They know. So for them being a member of the board, that would be able to allow them to know exactly whether this institution needs assistance or not. That's all.
Minister? Yeah, I'll come to you, Billy, after Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The raison d'etre of the presence of NACA is not, as earlier explained, the financial aspect of it, but beyond that, the adherence to policy, the adherence to the laws of the land. So remember, this money, for this one, as opposed to other government intervention, this is competitive. You cannot get it anyhow. You must come forward and show that you demonstrate beyond reasonable doubt that you deserve to be given this. So therefore, NACA, who now accredits and and regulate all these institutions, will be in a better position really to know who is who. Whether one, you have all the lecturers, and not only the lecturers, but qualified lecturers. Because you see, one thing is to have the lecturers, but do you have the qualified ones teaching in that same program? Because you might have, for instance, all professors. But then now, are they now in the right section, the right area to teach in that area? Because you do have that.
Now, Minister. Yeah. Minister, this is the funds. And then NACA to be part of the board of the funds. Decide on how to do the fund in those institutions that are on the NACA. And then NACA will in turn go again and regulate or also perform oversight on how those funds are implemented or are being implemented. Minister, I don't think this is appropriate. Continue.
Yeah. No, Mr. Speaker, this is different from the other activities of NACA, because these ones now, all of them come forward now to be judged as up to receive these funds, which means that they must have met the minimum requirements set by NACA. NACA is to now ascertain and inform the group that this particular institution has reached this level to deserve being given public funds to do X, Y, and Z. And then it means that they have the capacity, they have the structures to be able to absorb these public funds.
Now,
that's the role.
Now, Minister, you are telling us it's NACA's responsibility to assess that. and to determine which institution qualified. Listen, order. Yeah, I'll give you, please. Order. I'll come to you when I finish. Which institution deserve or meet the minimum requirement in your words, in your own words, and at the same time, NACA also sit in the board that also give those funds, and also manage those funds, monitor those funds.
No, the objective is because when NACA goes to these institutions for audit purpose, when they audit everything. They audit everything: your finance, your staffing, your policies, your structures. They audit everything. So now you come forward to be given public funds to do X, Y, and Z. So we, NACA, is now informing this body that this particular institution coming forward, at least
now
this is where they are.
Minister, NACA doesn't need to be in the board to do that, to provide those information. And then because you are saying NACA will do or audit all those institutions, including the finances, all those institutions. And NACA also will be part of the board that will determine the finances of all those institutions. Is that so?
Well, for us, we thought it wise to have NACA, but we thought it wise to have them there. But if at the end of the day, this National Assembly feels that they should be removed, but we feel that that decision, before they take, like in our SIE fund with the World Bank, is one of the criteria is we cannot give the money to any institution that is not accredited by NACA. So that's one of that's why we thought it wise to have them there. But if they are excluded, yes, still that possibility is.
Yeah, please. No. After Kantora, member for Kantora, you have the floor.
Yeah, I think. Thank you very much. I think removing NACA here will be very, very. Will create a very big mistake. NACA is not really trying to play the judge and the jury here. Remember, this is an apex body, it's a governing body. Board of Trustees overseeing, not funds of institution, overseeing how the manner in which we'll allocate funds to deserving institutions. They are not trying to look at how you spend the money. It's a trust fund that is there. If you apply for, there must be a yardstick. There must be, scorecard. NACA being part of this process.
Now,
I'm coming.
Wait. Now, wait. No, please, order. No, please don't respond to them. Now, no, Kantora. You said there must be scorecards for you to qualify to access those funds. Who does that scorecard?
The Board of Trustees is in a better position. We are looking at part 3, Board of Trustees of the fund. Now, if NACA is involved, it even avails them the opportunity, the understanding of the financial stress or burden on each institutions and correlated with their, is an added advantage. Don't see it as if they are being joined. And in fact, this is not about Willie is saying no. The spirit of lawmaking, once the parliamentarians are in agreement, you cannot deter us from doing it. So it's very important that it should be there. So let's make progress.
Of a central body, I'll come to you, don't worry.
Chair, this is a board. It's not only NACA who is going to manipulate or monopolize it. They are not going to monopolize it. This is a board which comprises of different sectors. So NACA has a role to participate in this board. Because mind you, we said we're talking about a fund. So it doesn't mean that whatever they say is going to be final. It's not going to be final. So, but the ministry recommended, and the minister spoke well, with evidence that they need to be part of the board. So please, let's look at it. It's not only having been they are the only one who is going to decide how this fund is going. You can say they cannot be a judge and a jury, but they are with people from different institutions. So at the end of the decision that they are going to make, it's going to be a collective decision.
You said if they are the only one,
yes,
they would have been called the judge.
No, I said if they are the only one, you can say they are the judge and the jury.
That's what you said. Okay,
but they are combination.
Okay, hold it there. Hold it there. You said if they were the only one, you would have called them the judge and the jury, because that's mean inappropriate. Now that there are other people who join them together, what now makes them or makes you believe that now you cannot call them the judge and the jury?
Call them a judge and a jury in this sense, because whatever they are going to do, they are not going to be a judge there, and nobody is going to be a jury to them.
They have a vote. Look at the number.
No.
They have a vote. We will go to Kiang West. The majority leader is saying they have the votes.
Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, here, Honorable Chair, point of order first. Honorable Chair, this Board of Trustees will need NACAC in the process to provide them with information. And based on that information, the board will do their assessment and make decisions. And the information NACA will provide the board with will be very vital in their decision making.
Thank you.
And somebody from that same institution to come and sit over those information to make decisions.
I'll allow only one, then we go to the committee, then we vote.
It's
now,
definitely not okay.
Thank you. Now, you know, NACA is not on the board to give information. NACA is on the board to perform functions of the board. That is wrong. Member for Latikunda Sabi, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I just want to join my colleagues and Honorable Minister for us to maintain this particular provision, NACA to be part of the board. Because if this is the same intent and motivation, we make permanent secretaries to be part of all the boards. And all these institutions are answerable to permanent secretaries. So for me, I think it's the same thing.
No, Latikunda, yes. Today, in fact, the member for Kantora and Majority is clapping for you. Committee, please, then we'll vote.
Chair, I think, wait. I think the member for Latikunda is perfectly correct. And in fact, look at the PS for finance. Exactly. The PS for finance in all these boards. Who disburses the money? So what are we talking about? It's simple as that. This guy is just there to provide information. He doesn't have sole authority to say yes or to say no. So I mean, we are wasting time.
I'm sorry. Okay, Willis, please.
Thank you. Chair, let's look at the functions of the board. 8. The functions, the board is responsible for overseeing the management of the fund and shall A, efficiently, effectively oversee the affairs of the fund. B, monitor and evaluate the operations and performance of the fund. C, ensure accountability of the fund by defining appropriate procedures for its management. D, determine procedures for the management of the fund. E, disburse funds from the fund as and when necessary. F, invest some of the funds of the fund in safe securities that are financially beneficial. G, put in place structures and guidelines that will ensure fairness in the disbursement and application of the fund, etc., etc. The NACA should not be part of this because they are playing oversight of them to ensure that this is done properly.
Hey, Chairman, let's vote. Let's vote, we move. Let's vote, we move. NACA or no NACA, we vote, we move.
No, we just wanted to get consensus from Everybody. Now that you don't agree, now no, I think we are going to leave it there because you are the majority. I can see those who are in for us to leave it, I think are the majority. Yes.
Honorable member of Woolley is read something which is very relevant. He said to put place structures and guidelines that ensures fairness in the disbursement and application of funds. Now, in the disbursement, NACA had the register of all the institutions. So NACA will be very helpful because all the institutions are under them.
Honorable members, now the member who raised the issue, Honorable Swaibu, are you convinced now? Now, I think, now, any other issue on clause 7? Any other issue on clause 7? It is proposed that clause 7 as amended. It's not amended. It is proposed that clause 7 stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please. Okay, please go ahead, Serekunda.
Now, if you go to the function of the board, here, put in place structures and guidelines. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's where I'm making reference. I'm making reference. It will be conflicting for NACA to be part of that board. Yes. Yeah, very conflicting. And as per the minister's statement, NACA has a role to play as to which institution is qualified to have the funds, to get the funds, isn't it? So they can also use their influence as well. This is what raises the argument of NACA not supposed to be here. And if you go to the function of the board, you will see a conflicting role here. So that's why we are telling, which letter? Go through the bill and see.
It is proposed that clause 7, appointment of board of trustees of the fund, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no.
No.
The ayes have it. Okay, there is division. Let's vote. Those in favor of the fund, raise your tag. If you are holding 2 tags, you will not be counted. Those against? Yeah. There was no count by my people. Those in favor, please raise your tags. One more time, please. Those in favor, raise your tags. Those in favor, raise your tags. Those not in favor, raise your tags. Abstention, please raise your tag. Abstention. Those abstaining. The results are as follows. Oh, okay, he said they are defeated. I 17, noes 3, abstention 0. The ayes have it. Class.
Clause 8, functions of the board.
Do they have any? Clause 8, functions of the board. It is proposed that clause 8, member for Woolley is?
Yes, Chair. Me, I have a
point of order.
Huh? There is point of order.
Order 17F. Oh my goodness. Honorable Chair. What is going on?
Order. Put off your mic. Put off your mic. Honorable member for Sane Mentreng. Sane Mentreng. You are. Oh. Suleiman Saho, other member for Central Badiou. Honorable members, please, honorable members, don't do that. And the member for Sahani mentoring herself, she's wasting time. No, she wants people to sympathize with her. If people are given the floor, you see, all these 1 minute, 2 minutes is caused by her. It's a point of order. Please, member for Kiang West, can we hear your point of order?
You have not addressed the attack on me, have you?
Yes, I did. She's wrong. She should not do that again.
Thank you. Yes, 17F, when a member is speaking, all members shall remain silent and should not make unseemly interruption. Honorable member for Fonyi Council has constantly been interrupting people. When people are speaking, he will speak over them, even though he is not giving the floor. And he is part of the committee. He is consistently doing this.
Honorable members, order, let me make my ruling. In fact, I'm going to include other members in the ruling. Order sustained, the member for Fonyi Councillor, member for Wuli East, member for Central Badibu, they are fond of doing that. Please, let's maintain decorum. Wuli East, please continue.
Chair, first, one, where they say that shall be established by the board within the fund accounts, proportions of monies. So I want to just say proportion.
Where we close?
Sorry.
Anything on 8? It is proposed that clause 8, functions of the board, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 9, tenure of office of board members.
Yes, clause 9, tenure of office of board members. Wuli is?
Yes, clause 9.3 is saying where a member of the board is unable to act as a member, the president shall determine whether the inability would result in the declaration of a vacancy. So I think that should be done by a medical board. He said the president should determine.
There was a ruling just now on councillor and central. Please don't do that. No, for the councillor, don't do that. Okay, Lower Salum, Upper Salum. On 3, yes. Chair, can you please respond?
Where a member of the board is unable to act as a member, this doesn't necessarily have to be a medical issue. So in that case, a medical board is not necessary. So this is just a general thing, just in case. Thank you. No, the president.
President. Why don't you want to see the president?
Number 3.
Trustees.
No, but does the minister appoint the members?
Continue to be absent. The ministers
Does the minister appoint the members?
No. Honorable members, honorable chair, your argument, look at it properly. I'm not sure if I think the president appoints the board chair, but board members. But because of when you look at 3 as raised by the member for Woolly East, where a member of the board is unable to act as a member, the president, please be quiet there. The president shall determine whether the inability would result in the declaration of a vacancy. How about if the inability is as a result of medical ground?
Okay,
Chair, yes, go ahead, Chair.
What I'm saying is, if the majority wants it to be minister, we put the minister, we move on.
Yes, Chair, in fact, this.
No, Chair, it's not about what the majority want also, it's about why he raised is for us to ponder around it.
You see, Chair, I've already explained. Okay, go ahead, control.
You have to read clause 3 and 4.
No, wait. I told you, don't use the mic like that. Yeah, please go ahead.
You have to read clause 3 and 4 together. Where a member of the board is unable to act as a member, the president shall determine whether the inability results to declaration of vacancy. Where there is a vacancy now, the president shall appoint in constitution with what? Public Service Commission.
No, we are not talking about.
I'm telling you that 4 has a connection to.
No, majority leader. No, they are not disputing the president to appoint when there is a vacancy.
I understand.
No, they are what they are saying is.
I'm coming in an event. There is a vacancy now. Who comes in again to appoint?
The president appoints. What they are saying, if the member he's unable, there is no vacancy yet. He's unable because of 1 or 2 reasons, and one of the reasons is medical. That's what Suwaibu said. If it is medical.
Mr. Chair, can I have the floor?
In fact, when you look at it, honorable members, the question is about inability when it arises. And in fact, there wouldn't be vacancy because all this order, there wouldn't be because all the positions in the board are as except for I is because as a result of positions holders, except I. So it may be very difficult to have a vacancy. Central Badibu.
Chair, I think the committee needs to help us because electronically what we have is the minister. Do you understand? And why the change to president? If changing it to a president will give us a problem, let's maintain minister and move on.
No, we are not dealing electronically or your mobile. We are dealing with the bill.
I understand. I'm saying.
No, what we have is the president.
What I'm saying.
We don't have the minister.
No, listen to me. You have to listen to me. I said initially. I'm saying initially what we have. You have minister there. I know changes has happened.
No, we are not dealing with initially.
Yes. No. It's the reverse one. So what I'm telling you, if minister is going to be okay, let's go by that way the president.
We are not dealing with initially here.
I mean the reverse one.
No, we are not dealing any.
You are not dealing with the reverse one.
We are dealing with a bill.
Reverse one. You are dealing with the reverse one, and that's what I'm reading.
Your time elapsed from my end. Kantora.
Now let's interrogate this thing now. Now, where a member of the board is unable to act as a member, the president shall determine whether the inability. What inability of what? Of what? Is it on sound mind or ill health?
Now,
mind or body?
Oh, now that's what we are.
Huh?
Him saying that now inability on what? Now he understands. Now we'll come to Latikunda, Sane Mentreng, Same, Serekunda. Sorry about that.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. For me, I want us to make the minister the office of the president is very busy. To come as low as deciding who sits in the board and who doesn't, that's inability to do your functions. Yeah, it can be body and mind, but inability here, I mean, if you cannot do your job, that's the inability here. So body, mind, now that's left to what the particular situation. Body, inability here, you cannot do your job. Huh?
You see, when you are unable to perform the function of your function because of inability of what? Body or mind, then medical board issue comes into play. And then after that, what next? That's what the member for Wuli is arguing. You have agreed. Kantora said they have agreed. So now, then if it is an inability of a, then body and mind, Honorable Minister, please.
Yeah, thank you. Honorable Speaker, it's not just about illness and so on. We do have situations where some people are in the board, but they are busy doing other stuff. So they are not attending and so on. So they continuously for months, they are not attending. So you cannot keep them there. And then now sometimes there are allowances, but they will be there to receive the allowance, but they are not coming for work, number one. Number two, you do have scenarios where some years at the beginning they are at the board, but later on they travel outside the country. It happens to one of our councils, governing councils. So then we have to now replace them.
Now, Minister, yes. You know, that one and here is a different thing. Because this one, usually when you talk about inability, you're talking about probably body or a mind. And if in a situation where habitual or perpetual absenteeism, maybe you can have a clause. Chair, are you listening? Chair, are you listening? Either another clause or in the regulation. If you absent from board meeting for 3 or 4 times or 5, then automatically you, whatever. I think that's
no. Chair.
No, we are not saying we have to put it in the here. It can be regulation, it can be a clause. So, but when you talk about usually inability to perform, what comes to mind of your function? What comes to mind? Maybe body and mind. And maybe the legal, they can provide us with the standards of the drafting. And then the minister, what he raised is a concern because he said, we have an example where people are too busy. Anytime they are called for a board meeting, they will say, I have to go to business, I am traveling, I have this and that. Then the minister want also that also to be addressed, either through here or through regulation. Honorable Minister?
That's our main concern, but for us, there is not just illness and so on. We want them to be present and be functional, but sometimes they are not there for the service that they are supposed to do, and the taxpayers are being used to address that. So they need to really ensure that at the end of the day, we have them on board. So I would suggest that we really incorporate that component.
Chair, are you noting it down? And also, you know, all these things, because I'm not sure in the bill if there is a cause or how to remove a member of the board. Maybe if you have, it would have addressed some of these issues. I am not sure. It's not there. So I don't know whether you have removal from.
But you see, if you look at 90% of the board, these are ex-officios, permanent secretaries. Look at itself. Out of 11 of them, the only one that you're talking about is only 2 people, and this is 2 people from the private sector.
Yes.
So if you're a permanent secretary, you're unable to do your work, what do you do? Can you remove them? And that's the reason why the committee recommended earlier that we put the position not lower than the position of a director, so that in case the PS or DPS or whatever, then they can go and replace. That's exactly what we said. And it was rejected. It was rejected, but it's fine. Let's continue.
No, order, please. Minister, what the chair is arguing is that all these board members, except 2, are ex-officios, are holders of, are more or less permanent secretaries. on director generals or managing directors. So what he's saying, no, he's not saying that. He said they wanted to allay the fears of the minister by inserting a representative of the peers, but that was denied by this parliament. He said, then what do you do? And the minister want his fears to be kept, to be addressed here. That's what the chair is saying. Yes, central body.
I think we need to respect the decision of the parliament. It's not that, what you said, we went against it. We debated and we voted on it. Chair, this issue here, we have to read 1, 2, 3. We cannot read it in isolation. So 3, what 3 is talking about, when we say inability, this doesn't only mean mine. It's very clear. So let's leave as it is. This is well coined. My problem is the president, because the president will not be able to regulate people when they don't come to board meetings. So therefore, we need to maintain minister.
No,
Minister.
Please.
Our president is a very busy man. You cannot.
Order. Honorable member, it's not about where the president come to meeting or not. So the president, all the boards or the members he appoint, he have to go to those institutions and attend meetings there. That is not correct. You are out of order. And then the member doesn't raise about the issue of a president. He said inability. No, it's not about voting president and minister. It's about inability. Yes, Willis.
I think if we are going to maintain this portion as it is, we will make some adjustment. Let's say if it is other reasons mentioned by the minister, then the minister, will declare the position vacant. But when it is inability to act because of body or mind, then the medical board will be involved. So let's put it in that and make it into 2 segments.
Yeah. Okay, now we'll allow our drafters to get us a more appropriate, because it could be an issue of integrity, it could be an issue of competency, it could be, other issues of body or mind.
Chair.
Serekunda, then Councillor Ford.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where I was driving at. I wanted us to shelve this and engage our draftsmen, because according to norms, I want central body to listen, because bills have been coming to you, especially regarding to boards. Huh? Yeah, you have removal of members of the board. This is a norm. It's in all the bills, but it's missing here. And what this is telling us is just vague, that anybody can become a victim.
Exactly.
You understand? So that's what we are trying to remedy here. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Chair.
Now, honorable members, he said all this membership.
Inform the House. He said all the bills that come here has this removal clause. That's not right. Some of the bills don't have removal clause.
Member of Central Party, don't use your mic like that. You are out of order. Now, if you look at the membership, majority, the composition of all the members is statutory. You cannot remove them. I think in fact the proposal is 3 to remove 3. Because
Chair.
Councillor, yes, go ahead.
Yes, I think we will better make progress if we get to listen to each other. In issue of 3, what I'm just suggesting, let's maintain the minister. All right? We maintain the minister, and now the way it is drafted, there's no ambiguity in this. It says inability would result in the declaration of a vacant. So generally, we vote. Let's call for a vote, we move. How would medical involve here? Medical of what? What medical? You are insinuating, you are now thinking ahead. Huh? Look at it. And somebody go. Boy. Yes. Maintain the minister, and we leave it as it is, then we vote.
Now, honorable members, you remember I told you that, in fact, it will be difficult to remove them because they are all statutory members, except the three. So now, what? Because then, without the three would have been redundant. So now, what they're going to do, they will cater for a removal of the three in the event of inability or for whatever reason. Then we proceed. So that would have, yes, that would have taken care of everything. Now, now we will suspend that clause. We'll suspend 9, we'll progress, and then when they draft, we'll come back to 9. For the non-official members. Yes, Chair.
You know, it's agreed here that this sessions will close at 5. It's already 5 o'clock. So where are we progressing to then?
Majority Leader, there is a motion. Come here. Majority Leader, you cannot do that.
Motion. Motion. Motion.
It's after 5 now.
Honorable members, let's proceed. But there was a motion that moved, I'm not sure in my absence, that this session ends.
I want to move.
And now it's 5. What do we do? Honorable members, now the House will resume. Then if there are any motions, you can... I think the Honorable Minister. Honorable members, the House resumes, then the committee or whoever want to move a motion, you can move a motion for us to continue. The House now resumes.
Who is there today?
Honorable members, the House now resumes.
Yes.
Yes, honorable member for Fonyi Councillor.
Yes, thank you. Honorable Speaker, with the plight of Parliament, and I know as I'm looking at the face of members, we are pleading for me to move a motion to complete this bill, inshallah. So I want to move a motion, we complete this bill. As we all know, we have few clauses to finish. I beg the pardon of honorable members beautifully as I'm seeing their faces. Thank you.
No, that No. So, Chair.
An honorable chair?
No.
Honorable chair. Wait. No, wait.
Honorable members, please, that's what I'm consulting with my aide. Give me a few minutes. Honorable members, order. Majority Leader, you know there was a ruling this morning on major motions and in respect to incidental motions. There was a motion for members of for this session, for this August Assembly to be closing at 5. And the motion that we are about to hear, it may not necessarily be an incidental motion. If maybe incidental motion maybe would have been to amend it, but this motion seeks to either repeal that or set it aside for today or for the remainder of the session. So therefore, I think we should rescind this. What do you think?
Yes. Honorable Speaker, point of order.
Yes, member for Fonya Councillor.
Yes, I move the motion 53K and I as a matter of urgency, and also adding it up, the minister would not be available.
Honorable member, are you rising on 53I or 53K?
K, yes. A motion agreed by the speaker to be a matter of
No,
matter
that
of
is, not,
urgency.
that is not appropriate. Any other member, honorable members? Is there anyone who's moving a motion?
I changed my motion. I want to use 53I, a motion to extend a sitting under standing order. No, I said I've withdrawn the previous one. I am now writing on a new motion.
Councillor, please ignore the chief whip.
Okay. I'm now writing a motion, 53I, a motion to extend a sitting under standing order 13.2. That's a judgment. Thank you.
And what is the motion?
Yeah, for us to finish this bill. Yeah, for us to finish this bill, inshallah. To finish business of the economy.
Any seconder? Member Fonyani?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion.
Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that in accordance with Standing Order 53I, for this assembly to finish business on the order paper today. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The noes have it. Division. Okay, there is division. There is division. We are going to vote. Those in favor of the motion, please raise your tax. Those in favor of the motion, raise your tax. Those against, no. Those in favor, order, honorable members, those in favor, please raise your tax. Those in favor, raise your tax. Those not in favor, please raise your tax. Those against the motion, raise your tax. Those abstaining, raise your tax. Those abstaining. Honorable members, the results are as follows. Ayes 12, noes 9, abstention 1. The ayes have it. Honorable members, now I will resolve the assembly into the assembly of the whole house to continue the consideration stage of the bill. The assembly now resolved into the committee of the whole assembly. The Assembly is now resolved into the Committee of the Whole Assembly to continue the consideration stage on the Gambia Tertiary and Higher Education Trust Fund Bill 2024. Clause 9 is suspended, and now we are moving to Clause 10.
Clause 10, establishment of accounts and appointment of funds for tertiary and higher education institutions.
Yes, Clause 10, establishment of accounts and appointments of funds for tertiary and higher education institutions. Yes, Member Fulis?
Yes, Chair. Clause 10.3b. Clause 10.3b. Order.
Yes, on
It's saying differently abled students. We are using persons with disabilities now. That's the standard. And that is what is in the Act.
He wants us
So we say, either we say students with disabilities.
On 10.3b, instead of differently able students with disabilities. Any order? It is proposed that Clause 10 as amended, establishment of accounts and appointments of funds for tertiary and higher education institutions stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 11, meetings of the board.
Any order? Clause 11, meetings of the board. It is proposed that, don't use your mic. It is proposed that Clause 11, meetings of the board stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 12, committees of the board.
Clause 12, committees of the board. It is yes, Uli is.
Clause 12.4. I need an explanation.
Clause 12.4, Section 8 also applies to members of board committees. Section 8. Go back to Section 8.
Yes.
Section 8.
So they are saying the...
Section 8, that is the function of the board.
Yes.
And 12, committees of the board. The committees include the function of the board.
Yes.
Is that what, Chair?
Is that what they are saying? That what applies to the board members also applies to the committee members. Is that what they are saying? They are giving them the same roles. Read it carefully. Section 8 also applies to members of the board committees, as it applies to them in the functions of the board. Is that tallying?
Now, when you look at the committees on one, committees of the board may establish committees which consist of or which may consist of, I'm not sure, drafters. The board may establish committees which consist or which may consist. Which one? It should be which may. Huh? I think it should be. Look at it. Yeah. Which may consist of members of the board or non-members or both to perform functions as may be necessary. So that is why they have 4. You okay now? So are we amending and inserting the word may? It is proposed that Clause 12 stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 13, disclosure of interest.
Clause 13. Olyundum and member for Olyundum.
Yes, Honorable Chair. On the A, subclause A, the disclosure, to disclose the nature of the interest Now, wanted us to look at it clearly. How is he going to disclose the interest? Is it going to be by writing?
Member for Fonye Councillor, even us here, we cannot hear. And you are expected to listen. The chair should listen, maybe to respond. No, you are not. 100%. Okay. What? Okay, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am just suggesting. I saw this. Disclose the nature of that interest. Now, the interest is the subject here. How is the person going to disclose the interest? Is it going to be in writing or in?
Yes.
In writing.
The nature of your interest, you should, yes, of course. It should be in writing. It implies that it should be in writing.
So don't you think it should capture that? It
No.
should capture in writing.
It is
Or you
captured.
can also disclose, just like when the board is seated and then you disclose just like that. Should it be like that? Huh?
No. You know, the interest may arise during the course of the meetings. So therefore, you may.
Board meetings normally, sometimes agendas are shared before even the meeting. Sometimes you can share the agenda.
Because what they are saying is part of the records of the meetings. It is proposed that clause 13 will is.
So you have settled that one. You are comfortable. Yeah, my problem is, I think B, we need to add and recuse himself or herself and not participate in the deliberations, because it's not just sitting at the, if you are not supposed to sit there as well. So this one is saying you can sit there, it's implying that you can sit there, but you will not participate. But we are saying the person should recuse himself or herself.
Yes. On B, he's proposing chair. Yeah. The will is. Please go ahead.
You see, under normal circumstances, if you declare an interest and you are a member of the board, declare an interest. Now it's up to the committee for you sometimes to say whether you continue or you go. But in any case, if there's any voting that should be done, you will not be able to participate. That's normal.
No, Chair, board is sitting and you have interest in that matter. And the most appropriate, and you have to disclose, and you disclose an interest. The most appropriate thing is to recuse yourself from the meeting. You cannot sit in the meeting and hear your colleagues contributing to in or against your interest and voting. That's not appropriate.
Just like Chair, just like some of these members here, the budget.
Minister? We're asking you.
Yeah, the rationale behind it, we're taking note of what is coming out, but the rationale behind it, really, if you have a vested interest, you should not be part and parcel of the whole process. That's the reason there, because we don't want you to influence anybody.
So now the proposal is to include on B to recuse him or herself from the meeting.
Yes, that is fine. But let's remember this in October when we are doing the budget. If you have a lot of interest in a particular ministry, you have to declare. No.
Please, member for Upper Salum. No, you are a problem. Member for Upper Salum.
I withdraw.
Okay, thank you. Because member fully say he doesn't agree, and even the deputy majority leader himself. So, okay, deputy majority leader, yes. So, it is proposed that clause 13, disclose of interest as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 14, allowance for board members.
Clause 14, allowance for board members. Allowances for board members. It is proposed that clause 14 allowances for board members stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 15, ministerial directives.
Clause 15, ministerial directives. It is proposed that clause 15, ministerial directives, now, Minister, when you give directives on policy matters, and if they are not followed, what happens?
Well, remember all the institutions under the purview of the ministry are supposed to follow instructions in line with the Constitution of the Gambia, Article 81, that empowers the minister to direct and control the ministry. So anybody who doesn't go by that, you are going against the laws of the land.
It is proposed that clause 15, ministerial directive, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Part 4, the Secretariat of the Gambia Tertiary and Higher Education Trust Fund. Clause 16, the Secretariat and its staff.
Clause 16.
Yes.
Yes, committee.
First, we have what we call, committee recommends that the numbering in this part be corrected. That is from 16 to 18. One part of it. Then another recommendation also, clause 16, stand part of the bill with the following amendment. That is, the executive director may have the powers to appoint certain staffs with the approval of the board.
Yeah.
Clause 16, secretariat and its staffs. The executive director may have powers to appoint certain staffs with the approval of the board.
Is that not vague? The board shall establish 16. Now you, are you not on secretariat 16? Yes. The board shall establish a secretariat for the day-to-day administration of the fund. Okay, 4. All other officers of the secretariat shall be appointed by the board. Are you replacing that one?
That there are certain staff that may be appointed by the executive director.
Where do you want to insert that? We're asking you, you want to insert that 1 or 1, because he said 1, 16.
We are in 16. Chair, we are changing the 4.
Yes.
Yeah, to reflect the following, that the executive director may have the powers to appoint certain staffs with the approval of the board instead of maintaining the 4. That's what we want to change.
4, yeah. Where do you want us to insert
4. We want to replace the 4 by this new suggestion, that the executive director may have the powers to appoint certain staffs with the approval of the board.
Yeah, are you removing all other officers of the secretariat shall be appointed by the board? Now, the main functions of a board, among their functions, is to appoint. So now you want to remove that inalienable responsibility from them and then vest it on the executive director.
No, we want to add, the board appoints.
Now, what you should do
yes,
is to leave it and add.
Add, yes, you are right. We add now.
How do you want that to be coined?
Okay.
Board
shall appoint. Yes, we want to suggest this way.
Go ahead.
The board shall appoint sorry.
16 sub 4. Yes, Minister, please.
Yeah, one of the reasons why we said appointments by the board, because you remember we don't have enough funds. There was a big debate on the funding part. So, and the objective of this fund is to help the institution. So, and not to be bringing the entire village, sorry for that, to be appointed there, and the money goes to, staff here and there. So the objective is the institution, empowering them. And that's why we want it to be at board level, so that it's really justified.
And with a limited.
Exactly, with a limited personnel.
So you want it to be as it is?
Yes, that's what we want. Obviously, with a position paper, the executive can bring it over, and the board will now look at it, and if it is justified, they will go. But the idea is to avoid having, many personnel within this, so that the funds go elsewhere.
Yeah, now, Minister, now that the committee themselves, they cannot come up with it, why not? Are you accessible to this one? The executive director may appoint other category of staff with the approval of the board.
That's fine. That's fine.
Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine. With the
All
approval
right.
of the board. You cannot.
It is proposed that clause 16, Secretariat, stands part of the bill as amended. Those in favor, will is then to...
Chair 4, sub 2. The Secretariat shall consist of the administrative head, which shall be the administrative secretary and relevant supporting officers. So if you look at that language, I think the Secretariat shall consist of the administrative head, including the administrative secretary and relevant supporting staff. But if you say we shall be the administrative secretary, it's not flowing well. You say which shall be. Either you say who shall be the administrative, but it's others when they add unrelevant supporting staff, then the who too will not. But if you say including, that will suffice. You understand?
The Secretariat shall consist of the administrative head, which include is the administrative secretary the head of the Secretariat? Yes. They said the administrative secretary is the head of the Secretariat. So it should be the Secretariat shall consist of the administrative secretary, who shall be the head. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, they compounded too. The Secretariat consists of no, the administrative secretary is the administrative head.
So you are saying administrative head is the administrative secretary.
Exactly.
And then now for the secretariat is this administrative secretary and other relevant supporting staff. That is secretariat.
Now how to use your mic, all you do.
Thank you. The secretariat shall consist of the administrative head. Huh? The administrative head, that one is, I think that's perfect. Which includes the administrative secretary and relevant supporting officers.
Are you people in order? Then we'll go. All right. Yes, any order? Parliamentary.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I think I agree with the first suggestion of the honorable member for Olyundu, which is replacing the secretariat shall consist of the administrative head, who shall be the administrative secretary and relevant, administrative secretary and relevant. That includes the relevant supporting officers.
Are you okay now? It is proposed that clause 16 as secretariat and its staff as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 17, functions of the secretariat.
Clause 17, functions of the secretariat. It is proposed that clause 17, function of the secretariat stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 18, audit of the fund.
Clause 18, audit of the fund. It is proposed that clause 18. Honorable members, Chair, audit of the fund 18.2. Order, honorable members. You know, it's the National Audit Office, the Auditor General's mandate to audit all these institutions. And here it's like, it is on his purview and probably his discretion if he want to outsource, depending on the capacity he has or the level of workload he has. But this one is like you are compelling him to appoint an external auditor.
Yes, even the National Audit Office is audited by an external auditor. So there's no issue.
No, that's not an issue, Chair. They cannot audit themselves. You don't expect them to audit themselves. Do you? Do you expect them to audit themselves?
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying.
Olyundum and then Wuli is to Joshua.
I think what the language is saying, the audit shall be conducted by an external auditor. Appointed by, yeah, you know, even for some of the agencies, they are audited by other external auditors, but National Audit Office will appoint them to audit them. When they come for scrutiny, of course, we see them.
But they're here. Even if they want to audit them, they have the people, they have the capacity, they have the manpower. You are telling them, no, you cannot, you must appoint an external auditor.
Chair,
No.
Okay, we have a solution. Chair, we have a solution.
It's against section 160.
160. We have a solution.
Section 160 of the 1997 Constitution.
Yeah, we have a solution here. We move.
Okay.
The solution
Yes.
is the audit shall be conducted by the Auditor General. Simple. Simple.
Exactly. To be audited by the Auditor General. Simple. It is proposed that clause 18, audit of the fund as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Let's go back to 9. Yes.
Of course, we have taken on the issue of external
Now, what we have on 9? On 9(3). Yes, 9 sub 3. What we have now? What we have now? On 3, Councillor, please, this is not a bantaba in Fonyi Council. Now, on 9 sub 3, Olundum, on 9 sub 3, the President may remove a non-ex officio member of the board from office on the following ground. A, inability to perform the function of his or her office arising from infirmity of mind or body. B, incompetence or misconduct. C, bankruptcy, or D, conviction of a felony or any offense involving dishonesty. That's perfect, huh? And 4, the President may remove a non-ex officio member of the board from office under paragraph A of subsection 1, following a report submitted by a properly constituted medical board. 5, the President may remove a non-ex officio member of the board from office under paragraph B of subsection 1, following a report submitted by a committee set up by the Chief Justice. Now, then what we need to do is, if you look at 7I, those 3 representatives are not stated that they are non-ex officio members. Non-ex, on 7I, those 3 representatives included at least 1 female from the industry representing the private sector and business community. Should we expressly add that they are non-ex officio members? No need. Legally it's understood. Okay. It is proposed that clause 9, as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no.
Honorable Chair, when you sacrifice you hear us.
Kian West, go ahead.
Honorable Chair, I sacrifice.
Okay, Kian West, go ahead now. What is the problem?
To be honest, what I'm trying to put across is we are bringing provisions for the removal of non-ex officio members in case of misconduct. That is, we are regulating those people. But we are not regulating the others. What regulates those people? Is it the regulation made by the ministry or what?
No, we said, those, they are statutory members. They are regulated, their removal, and all this, what we read, is on their ministries, their various institutions. Even on PMO and PSC. So those ones is already addressed.
So we term this role as their ministerial responsibilities.
No, now you see, if you are a managing director of an institution or a permanent secretary in a ministry, your removal, all this misconduct, whatever is regulated under that ministry and the PMO and the public service.
That is for removal from office, not from the board.
No. You know the board membership of this one is statutory. If you are removed, for instance, you have infirmity of mind or body as a permanent secretary of a particular department. Your department, there are regulations or legal framework that stipulate how you should be removed. When you are removed, the next permanent secretary is an automatic member of the board. It is proposed that clause 9 as amended, Chair.
Yes, the fact that we've added, we are just coming. The fact that we've added something new on the removal by the president, now we've added something on the removal. Then if you look at I, can we also say the president is the one that appoints them with consultation with the Public Service Commission? Yes. Because it's saying the 3 representatives, including at least 1 female, whatever.
Yes, it makes sense. He who appoints should,
Exactly.
should serve.
So what I'm saying, we can add the president.
Now you have given somebody the power to remove, but not the power to appoint.
Exactly, yeah. So the president, in consultation with the Public Service Commission, will appoint these people.
Exactly. Only know somebody.
Yeah, we added I.
Yes.
Now who will rescind the decision on 8? Or what? Yes. No. On 7. 7. Yes.
Yes. I move a motion also rescind the decision on 7.
It has been moved and seconded that we rescind our earlier decision on clause 7. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Now, it is proposed that clause 7 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. It is proposed that clause 9, tenure of office of board members as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Part 5, financial provisions. Clause 19, disbursement of grants.
Part 9, disbursement of grants. Yes, Woolley is. Member for Woolley is. It is proposed that clause 19, disbursement of grants.
We are talking of grants and this.
Honorable members, Chair, look at the on 9, disbursement of grants. 19. It is proposed that clause 19, disbursement of grants, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 20, fees and charges.
Clause 20, fees and charges. The member for Woolley is?
Yes, Chair. The board may charge fees and the processing of applications. So I suggest that the board may charge fees for the processing of applications. I think that's what they want to say. Don't you think so?
Do you need fees for the processing of applications? The board may charge fees, charge fees, and the processing of applications. Because if you charge fees for what? Are you charging those fees for the processing, Minister? Yes, Oyundum?
In fact, I wanted to ask, maybe we need some clarity with regards to that particular clause, fees and charges. Can the Minister explain a bit for us to understand exactly what they intend to do?
Honorable Minister, the fees and charges.
Yeah, the idea is to look at the fees for the application process. So, but the legal team is advising that at the end of the day, it comes back to fees so that we remove charges. But for us, is at the end, when you are coming forward, you now buy the form and any other fees that you are asked to pay for this application. Yeah. So you pay for that. That's what is there. So in other words, the committee will not, or the board will not treat any dossier that did not follow this process. So you will not just come and drop and then you go. You buy the form, that stipulates everything that you do, then you come and submit. But he's summarizing into fees all put together. We don't have problem, but for us, that's our idea.
So now, yes, all you know?
Anyway, I don't know. Maybe for the legal people tell us. I don't know if we should have it in this bill. Can that be a regulation for this bill? I mean, you can decide that because it's going to be the purchase of forms.
Chair.
You know, the amount of the fees can be put in the regulation. But here it's just saying they may charge fees. But the exact amount, whatever it is, it will be contained in the regulation.
Use your mic, sir. Chairman, Minister, use your mic.
So the idea is we don't want later tomorrow to somebody to come and challenge that authority. Why do I have to pay? What is the legal backing that you have for me to charge? So what we want to have that support to say that they can. So how much they can pay, that one can go into the regulation. Because it might change. Today you might pay 10,000. Next year you might pay, or 5 years after you might pay 15,000. So that one cannot be in the act.
Minister,
so, yes.
Why not then you just said the board may charge fees for processing of application or for application forms?
Charge fees. Yeah, the board may charge fees for the processing of application.
Now, processing of the application or application forms?
No, not just the processing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. It is proposed that clause 20, fees and charges, stands as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 21, application for funding.
Clause 21, application for funding. Member for Woolly is?
Just a small one on 9, second line.
Sub 9.
Yes. Second line, the first word is wrongly spelled.
In ineligibility.
Yes, you have.
They are double L. It should be single L. It is proposed that clause 21, application for funding, as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 22, civil liabilities.
Clause 22, civil liabilities. Any order? It is proposed that clause 22, civil liabilities, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 23, use of the grant.
Clause 23, use of the grant. It is proposed that clause 23, use of the grant, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 24, tax exemption.
Clause 24, tax exemption. It is proposed that clause 24, tax exemption, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 25, annual and such other reports.
Clause 25, annual, yes. Member for Woolly is.
Yes, 25(1), third line. I believe what they want to say is indicating rather than indicting.
Yes, the third line, 25 sub 1, indicting, it should be indicating. That is, the board shall within 3 months after the receipt of the audit report submit an annual report to the minister. It should be indicating the activities. Any order? It is proposed that clause 25, annual and such other reports as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Clause 26, administrative expenses of the board, of the fund.
Clause 26, administrative expenses of the fund. It is proposed that clause 26, administrative expenses of the fund, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Part 6, miscellaneous provisions. Clause 28, offenses.
Yes, the committee have something.
Yes,
Clause 28.
Yes, on D, you know, it says any institution that provides information to the board which that person knows to be false or which that person has no reason to believe to be true, commits an offense and is liable to disciplinary action. Now the question is, who is going to discipline? Is it the minister or is it the board, or who's going to do the disciplinary action? Yeah, I'm asking who's going to do the disciplinary. Let's say UTG makes an application, but they falsify something on the thing. So they're going to discipline. Who's going to discipline who? Who's going to discipline him?
Now, you know, giving false information is an offense. Yes. So an offense, then the punishment is disciplinary. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Because that's a different thing.
It shouldn't be disciplinary.
If it is, exactly, it shouldn't be disciplinary. So if the offense is against a law, then you indicate that.
Commit an offense and is liable to what? Disciplinary action.
Yeah, it cannot be disciplinary action.
Minister, when you commit an offense, you are liable to discipline.
Remember, these are institutions that are coming forward to request for support from public funds. So obviously, if you now give false information to acquire public funds, you've committed a crime.
So if you commit a crime, you should just be disciplined.
No.
That's what we are.
So that's obviously should be able to come up with some measures. Yeah.
Yes, and also, yes. But if you look at it also, it's referring to institutions. Not use your mics. Yeah.
Here, Mr. Speaker, we are not dealing with individuals.
Yes,
we are dealing with institutions.
So
when you submit, you are submitting on behalf of an institution.
Yes.
But then it's the authority of that institution that comes forward to say that the information they are providing is accurate. So if now, later they are found wanting, then the heads of these institutions should be held responsible.
Yes, Chair. The question here, let's be practical. Let's say UTG, for example, they fill a form to apply for this grant. But after everything, you realize that they falsified something on the form. I can hear you. You say what? I the chairperson. He's not the chairperson.
There is a point of order from the member for Kiang West.
the example I want to give, for example, let's give an example.
Sorry,
like
let me address this. There's a point of order from member for Kiang West.
I said I will do.
Thank you.
Yes. So the example I'm giving here, for example, is UTG that provided that information. But along the lines, the board realized that UTG falsified something. Just an example. It's not UTG.
Now, you know, Chair,
yes,
those individuals, as the minister stated, you are acting for and on behalf of institutions. So if offense is violated, your persons is being covered, so it's institution.
Yeah, so how are you going to discipline the institution? Don't ask it. That's the question.
Exactly, that's the question.
Remember this is very competitive. One, the committee might decide automatically to remove them from the selection process. That's one of the issues. And then now, yes, and then now the authority, remember, this is on behalf of the Gambia government. So, and they are a public institution, with, given the opportunity to also take decisions. Now they can, the authority, the government, through the ministry, through NACA, can take disciplinary actions against them. Because it's a delegated authority also. Remember, all those who are having heading the public institutions are doing it on our behalf.
I have a solution. At the end, where we say it's liable to disciplinary action as prescribed in a regulation. So they can go and define, the board can define how they're going to punish them, like, for example, 1 year suspension or 6 months suspension, whatever it is. So we just add as prescribed in a regulation.
Regulation that is coming, as currently the laws doesn't allow a public officer to provide false information in order to get access to public funds. The current laws, doesn't allow that.
Yes, I know that. But now, so now, you see, the issue is this phrase, disciplinary action. By who? That was the first question. By who? Who's going to do that? Is it going to be the ministry or is it going to be the board?
Yet, in this particular case, it's the ministry.
Now, Minister.
Yes.
The point is, how do you punish those institutions that provided false information?
What he just said.
Yes, Majority Leader.
See, Mbo. Now you ask a question, you have to listen now. You ask a question, you have to listen. Chairman, according to him, this board or authorities are acting by our institution. So if anybody give a false, submission, just to make sure that you go and get this fund, there are disciplinary, action taken against you, taken against the institution. So the ministry should now look at our laws. We have laws on false pretense. There's laws on false publication, and there's also law on misinformation. So there is no don't say as per the regulation, mean that you cannot be punished if it is not mentioned in the regulation. It also could be used for the ease of person of this thing, but cannot also be limited to that the punishment must only be centered on the regulation. Means I said that there are other ways, there are other laws, there are other acts that we use.
That's perfectly right, Chair, if I can take the floor. You see, you can charge, this is an individual, but this is an institution. That's the difference. This is a body corporate that can sue and that can be sued. But here, we are not talking about an individual, we are talking about an institution. That's where the issue is. We are talking about an institution, not an individual. Obtain money by false pretense, we know that. But here it's about the institution itself. So
now, Chair, Minister, what the Chair is saying is right. Now, the way or mode of disciplinary action should be outlined.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Legal advice would be to now.
Before the minister comes, Minister.
I'm saying the legal advice would be to subject it to a fine. But we need to also take into consideration that with some activities, people can submit a proposal that will warrant the committee to award them something like $1 million or above. So the fine, if you get 1 million or above for your incision and so on and so forth, and then you are given a fine that is very, very low, so how to go about it. So that's one of the things, but we are suggesting for it to come with a fine as per the individuals.
Yeah, that's why, Minister.
Okay.
Yeah, let me. Minister, that's why you should outline it on the regulation. Yes, Chief Whip.
Okay, I think we have, laws in place that are regulating these type of things. It's better we expunge from the bill than we allow those laws to take care of it.
No.
Honestly, I think it's better because if it were an individual, then we can charge him for false information, whatever it is.
But now, Minister, you should agree to a regulations, you develop a regulation to that effect.
Yes, okay, there are two options is to go for regulation, but the other thing also is, as we are discussing, currently, some can go face prosecution. So, and the prosecution might not be, some of the aspects of the prosecution process might not be captured in the regulation. So, yes. So also,
no, Minister, it's about, once a criminal act is committed, it's been addressed in the criminal court. But also disciplinary measures or actions against institutions or individuals within the institution, it could be addressed in the regulation.
Judicial proceedings.
Yes. Huh?
Cannot waste.
Exactly. Once. Honorable members, yes, what are your takes on this? Yes.
We suggesting we go for both as per legal advice. So
For?
because
You go
one
for-
we have the regulation for some of the, and then the prosecution also will.
How are you going to redraft D? Or you are living like that and then? Honorable members, maybe because order of criminal offenses are addressed in the criminal code, what we need to do is probably to say after disciplinary action as we add as outlined in the regulation by the minister. Okay? Honorable members, is that okay? It is proposed that clause 28, offenses as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Yes, 29.
Chair, you will spend 5 minutes to discuss. If we want to use 10 seconds to discuss, you don't listen to us.
Clerk, let's proceed.
Honorable Chair, we have already voted on it, but then we had suggestions
Yes,
because
sorry.
they had talked about disciplinary actions.
Okay, next time.
Clause 29, regulation.
Clause 29, regulations. 29 regulations. Any order on regulations? Yes, member for Ulis.
Yes, Chair, I think if we say the minister may make regulations for the better implementation of this act, we'll save them, because if they put these two, it's like it's restricting them. So why don't we just say for the better implementation of this act and leave them to go and do the job?
Speaker. Speaker.
Now,
yeah, the legal advice is saying if we go for regulation, we'll be restricted because the minister will not have certain powers.
On 28,
Yes,
29.
to now impose a certain fine.
On 29.
So now what he is suggesting now is for us to come with a framework to
On
say
29 or 28?
28. Yeah, that is not less than, let's say, for instance, 500,000. Because that amount.
But you can do that in your regulation.
No, he's saying the minister does not have those powers to impose that fine. Those big fines, the minister does not have those powers.
We voted on that, but you said as amended, so now they will just input that in the clause. Just what he said.
That's what he says. So if it is regulation, he's talking about nothing.
Honourable members, they are still, yes.
He's saying the fine, if it is the minister, he will not be able to go beyond 100,000. So, and for instance, if we are to fine somebody 500,000, it means that the moment the minister invokes that, the person can challenge it, because the minister doesn't have those powers.
The person or the institution?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, the institution to some extent.
So now,
Rejected by that.
you see, honorable members, when you find an institution, those fines, they're expected to pay them from monies appropriated to them. So what's the point of finding an institution more than 100? If the institution is requesting 3 million or 5 million, and you find them more than 100,000, and they will still use the same money to pay that fine.
Yeah.
Because in the regulation, the objective in the regulation is to put some sanctions, maybe to deny them that time access to that fund.
Chair.
Yes.
Yes,
Chair.
I agree with you. The regulation.
Chair, yes.
Yes, I'm agree with you. For me, I don't think fine should be even necessary. Yes. For me, I don't think fine is even necessary for now. Because like you said, if you find them, they're going to use the same institution money to pay. So I think maybe you restrict them. For example, for the next 6 months or next 1 year, you will not be qualified to have a grant, for example. But if the misrepresentation is done by an individual,
then the Ministry of Justice or the police can charge criminal.
Then you can prosecute them.
That's why on the regulation order here, Kaba, because in the order, Kaba, I don't think it's necessary to what your argument that the minister cannot fine more than 100,000. Yeah, the interpretation, I agree, and I don't think he should fine them for more than that, because it's an institution. It's application. In your application to secure maybe 10 million or 20 million, and then you provided information, probably you exaggerated, and that's falsely exaggerated certain information to be able to qualify or to be able to get those funds. And in the regulation, the minister can charge your institution 100,000, but also in the regulation, he could clearly state that once that is established, the institution could be disqualified from accessing the funds for 6 months or 1 year or 2 years. So because you cannot, if you charge them 5 million, still they will use the same money also to pay. So you can just leave it as we highlighted here, as outlined in the regulation by the minister. And in the regulation, minister can fine them up to 100,000, and they can also be banned. So, honorable members, now if that is the case, the issue of criminal liability will be addressed by the criminal court. So therefore, commit an offense, we should remove it. Ones who believe not to be true is liable to disciplinary action as outlined in the regulation by the minister. Now, can anyone move that we rescind our earlier decision and then? Push your mic.
Second, I move that we rescind our earlier decision on clause 29.
Second by 3 of us.
And second. It has been moved and seconded that we rescind our earlier decision on clause 28, offenses. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, 29.
Clause 29.
28. Clause 28.
Regulations.
Clause 28. 28.
Clause 28. Offenses.
It is proposed that clause 28 offenses as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Clause 29. Regulations.
Clause 29. Regulations.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Member Puguli is?
Yes, I was saying, we simply say the minister may make regulations for the better implementation of this act. Not to restrict them because they identify these areas and then there are other areas that come up.
Committee members.
It's like they are restricting themselves. We just say they make regulations.
Chair, the proposal from the member for Woolly is on 29 regulations. That instead of restricting the minister or limiting him to A, B, why not you say the minister may make regulation for better implementation of this act?
Approve.
It is proposed that clause 29 regulation as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Schedule 1. List of state or publicly owned institutions who are beneficiaries to the trust fund.
How about if in the next 3 months, 2 months, you created other institution? That's 9. Okay. Schedule 1. List of state or publicly owned institutions. Willie is proposing an amendment on Schedule 1, list of state or publicly owned institutions who are. He is suggesting that we replace the word who with that are beneficiaries to the trust fund. It is proposed that Schedule 1, list of state or publicly owned institutions that are beneficiaries, who are beneficiaries to the trust fund as amended, stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Just one.
Schedule 2.
Based on the fact that the latest
Foreign employment or board membership disqualification list.
Minister, I don't hear.
I'm saying because of the transformation of Gambia College into University of Education, the Gambia, and it will be good. Yes, it will be good for us to use the new name.
University
of Education, the Gambia, to replace Gambia College. The other one, MDI, is Civil Service University.
What the minister is saying, on 3 you have Gambia College. And according to him, legally now, Gambia College does not exist. What we have is University of Education, the Gambia. And also, where you have Management Development Institute is University of Civil Service.
Yes, Civil Service University.
Or Civil Service University. Civil Service University. Chair, you know we are looking at the schedule. So which part of the bill that mandated or that authorized the attachment of this schedule? Page 4.
Page 4, object of the fund. If you look at it, stated in Schedule 1.
Yeah?
4.1. Yeah, reference to schedule, yes. 4.1.
Okay, yes.
Affirm.
Now, can anyone, Minister, schedule 1 on 1 to 9? Those are the only two that. Use your mic.
Move that we rescind our earlier decision on Schedule 1.
Any second?
Seconded.
No, wait. Member for Woolly East, can you move your motion?
I move that we rescind our earlier decision on Schedule 1.
Any seconder?
Seconded.
You can, please don't do that. Any seconder? Member, don't use your mic to say yes. Raise your tag.
Chair seconded.
No, you cannot do that. Any seconder? Member for Fonyi Councillor?
Yes, I hereby second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that we rescind our earlier decision on Schedule 1. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. It is proposed that Schedule 1, list of state or publicly owned institutions who are beneficiaries to the trust fund. No, it is who. It have not been amended yet. But there is proposal and all of us agree unanimously to amend who to that. So now, because I will say with or as amended, then Schedule 1. Okay, Schedule 2 also, let us know, Chair. Meanwhile, before we come to Schedule 2, try to find out where Schedule 2 is being mentioned. Yes. It is proposed that Schedule 1, list of state or publicly owned institutions who are beneficiaries to the trust fund as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it.
Schedule 2, fund employment or board membership disqualification list.
Schedule 2, member for Woolly East.
I just observe, if you look at 12 and 15, I'll put 15 also. 12, anyone owes. So I believe they want to say anyone who owes. You've seen it.
Honorable members, if you go on 8, anyone Honorable members, on 8, anyone who has been adversely mentioned by a commission of inquiry established under the Constitution or by the National Assembly. You know, sometimes, Chair, sometimes you can be mentioned adversely, but you appeal successfully. So why not we say anyone who has been adversely mentioned and has not successfully appealed or cleared? No, successfully. You can appeal and you are not successful. No, you can appeal and you may not be successful. If you don't appeal, it's against you. That's automatic. So you don't need to put that if you don't successfully appeal or have not appealed successfully. Is that okay, honorable members? All right. And also on 12, anyone owes or is in a tax dispute with the Gambia Revenue Authority. Anyone who owes. Yes, Willis. Willis, use your mic, sir.
I want to propose that we add 15, which will be a member of the National Assembly. Where? I've not seen it.
Number 2, any member or employee of the judiciary or legislature. We can say judiciary or the National Assembly. Instead of the order, this is not Upper Salum and Wuli is. Any member of the judiciary or legislature, why not we replace the legislature with the National Assembly?
Wait, this is 2 in 1. It's talking about the member and also the employees of the National Assembly.
Yeah, no, wait. Any member or employees of the judiciary or the National Assembly. Your employees, they are employees of the National Assembly of the Gambia. In fact, they are not employees of the legislature. They are employees
of the National Assembly. We have National Assembly in the Constitution, not
yes.
legislature.
No, board members and staff. Board members and employees. It is proposed that Schedule 2 fund Chair, now on Schedule 2, please show us which clause that referred or established Schedule 2.
It's not there. No, it's not there.
I think Board of Trustees.
Can you go back to 7, Chair? Clause 7.
Yes.
We can have clause 7 too.
Clause 7.
Seven 1. Then after K, you have 7 2. Then you have the person listed on Schedule 2 are disqualified.
No, this is about employment. It's about employment, and then 7 is talking about the board. These are 2 different things. This one is about those that are disqualified to be employed in the management of the fund. Maybe if we can put a new clause somewhere. Yes, and then we say these are the exclusion lists as per Schedule 2. Because the board and also the fund employment, they are 2 different things. So I think it's better we have a new clause somewhere that would say people that are excluded from being employed to manage the fund. And then you refer to the Schedule 2.
That's 16. Is that up? Secretariat and its staff under 16. Can you look at that? If that is up? Because you talked about appointment or employment of other staff. Now?
So you can add insert 6 there.
You can add 16(6).
Yes.
Sub 6.
Yes, and then you exclude those people.
16 sub 6.
Yes, 16.
Can you add a new sub 6?
Yes. Come on, look at it. It's okay.
Hmm?
No, I was you.
You don't call names of our staff, just legal or whatever. Call them that way. Don't call their names. Or you can.
I know, because I heard it from you, that's why I
No,
repeat.
or you address me as chair. Member for Nyanija, you have the floor. Yes, Joshua. Member for Joshua.
Honorable Chair, let's speed up. We don't have time. We need to go home. Honorable Minister, you see this house, you are disrespectful because of you, the type of person you are. Keep it up. That's why we are all here. Thank you.
No, Honorable Member for Joshua, no, we have the time.
Honorable Chair, point of order.
Of course, we have the time from now against to tomorrow, to Monday, 10 a.m. The next session is 10 a.m. on Monday, and you have to move a motion first to finish this. You cannot.
Honorable Chair, point of order. Point of order.
Yes, are we okay here to put it on the 16th? Okay, now, honorable members, yeah, there's a point of order from Member
Yes.
Kiang West.
Point of order. Honorable Chair, it shall be out of order to be discussing after the business is finished. And you move a motion for us to finish business. The business is finished, you are still talking. So it's out of order. Can you release us to go home?
No, now what I want to do, on the 16th, that's where it is appropriate to put that clause in. Do we move a motion to rescind that and allow our legal team to draft that sub-clause and insert it there? Oh, that's not the correct. Also,
Yes, it has both different.
Deputy Majority Leader and Member for Olyundum.
Yes?
Take your seat. Come and sit down.
Chair.
Deputy Majority Leader, please come.
I move that we rescind our decision clause 16.
But they are saying that's not even the appropriate place to hang it on. They are now still, because they are still suggesting 7. Legal team is 7, okay?
Honorable Chair. Chair.
Yes.
But they don't know where does it fall. So will we sit them to find out where it falls?
Chair.
Yes, Chair.
Can we confirm if this list can be put in the regulation, like the following people are excluded from being employed, then we can expunge it and then they can add it to the regulation, if it is possible.
What he is saying, legal team, if it can be on the regulation. Schedule, I don't think. No,
I'm not saying a schedule. You indicate the list, for example.
No.
Chair, I move a motion that we remove it from the bill. Tànka bi dinañ ko taal wala ñu bank ko nag du mën a def nii rek.
Now the proposal is to put them on the miscellaneous and all of them instead of separating them. Remove the other one there also and put the 2 on the miscellaneous. Now, do we rescind our decision on no, before that, where we hang the other one? Was it on clause 4 or part 16? Added on where?
If you look at miscellaneous, you have 28, you have offenses, 29, you have regulations, then we can have 30 and 31. for the schedule. And then, I mean, but you have to go and amend.
No, it should come before the regulation.
For the regulation.
And offenses.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
But then on 4, we have to change 4 because 4 is referring to a schedule. But maybe 4 now will refer to 29.
Yes, that's what I said. We should rescind our decision on 4 and then.
Okay. I move that our decision on 4 be rescinded immediately.
Any seconder? Willis? It has been moved and seconded that our earlier decision on 4 to be rescinded and remove the reference to Schedule 1. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clause 4, objects of the fund, clerk.
Clause 4, object of the fund.
It is proposed that clause 4, object of the fund as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Now, under miscellaneous, we are going to have new 28. And then we will probably have, because okay, then we will have 28.1 and 28.2. So we're going to insert 28 sub 1, where we will have Schedule 1 and 2. And then the drafters will draft that to insert it there, making reference to Schedule 1 and 2. So therefore, we should move a motion to rescind our decision on clause 28. Chair, your mic.
Rescind our decision on clause 28.
Who is that?
Who called?
Obonyomi.
It's out of order.
Please.
I move a motion that we rescind our decision.
Member for Opanyomi, can you go ahead?
Yes, I move a motion that we rescind our decision on clause 28.
Any seconder?
Seconded.
You cannot do that. Don't use your mic. If you want to second, raise your tag. Member for Tumanna.
Seconded.
It has been moved and seconded that we rescind our decision, our earlier decision on clause 28. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Yes, clerk, 28.
Clause 28, offenses.
It is proposed that clause 28, offenses, stands part of the bill as amended. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Is that all? The House resumes. Honorable members, the House resumes. Honorable members, the third reading of the Gambia Tertiary and Higher Honorable members, the third reading of the Gambia Tertiary and Higher Education Trust Fund Bill 2024 is scheduled for Friday, 28 March 2025 for the Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology to move for its third reading. However, before this date, the Office of the Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology is hereby urged to comply with Standing Order 72/20 to ensure that the amended version of the bill is printed and circulated to members in advance. I thank you so much. Honorable members, I want to thank all of you for staying. We are now in the month of Ramadan. Of course, particularly those of you who choose to stay in the service of our nations or to this time, I want to thank you only to complete the bill. Of course, others choose to leave, but you are heroes. And of course, our only lady from Sanementreng, we want to thank her. And she have not provided iftar for me today. I will punish her for that. Thank you very much, Honorable Member, Honorable Minister and team. We want to thank you. One member put it, he said, because of you, they are here. And we thank you so much for your service to the nation. On that note, honorable members, Mr. Chairman and your committee, thank you also very much for a very good and diligent work. And we also were able to convince the Jolas and the Serer to stay in the person, in the name of Joshua and Kansala. It is be it resolved that this August Assembly do stand adjourned until Monday, 24th March 2025. Those in favor, please say aye. Those in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. This Assembly now stands adjourned until Monday, 24th March 2025 at 10 a.m. prompt.